Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of Ore Campaign 7, Week 6, Day 3. So today, a little bit of a weird pet other than its name, Moist Owlette, which is a pretty funny name. But aside from that, there's something else that's kind of interesting about it. If we go over to Show All and click in Elemental, I think? Right? Elemental? Why can I not spell Elemental all of a sudden? Elemental, right? Yeah. There's actually two of them. So, we have the Magma Pillar, and now we have the Moist Owlette, which obviously we're about to go get. So now we have two for the exact same typing. This is kind of interesting if they're going to be doing this for every troop typing, because theoretically every single kingdom typing has two already. And what I mean by that is, oh, it's a good example. I don't think I have a single team set up that would be a good example of that. But I might have to go make one real quick. Let's see, what do we not need here? So this we don't need. So for example, if we go set a team to, let's say, it doesn't really matter, let's say a Donna, and we just go put 4 Donna troops here. So currently, when it comes to kingdom bonuses, you might notice there's 2 here. That's because there's 2 different kingdom bonuses whenever you do a kingdom. It is from the standard kingdom bonus and the one that you get from upgrading with the kingdom level. However, you only ever get one specific troop typing, like just either human or construct. Like, for example, if I put a construct in here, it'll then end up being a construct bonus. And no amount of extra constructs will make us have a second construct bonus. But what's kind of interesting now is the Moist Owlette. This basically allows us, if they're going to start doing this for troop typings, this will allow us to basically double up on the troop typing, technically, to some degree. Similar to how you could do it on the Kingdom one already. So that will kind of help balance it out if they are planning on eventually doing this for every single troop type in the entire game. So curious to see exactly what their plans are with that going forward. Anyways, with that being said, let's go and go get it. You have another 5 hours and 53 minutes, so basically 6 hours. Though if you don't get it today, this isn't a cosmetic one, so you do get this into the future. Should be in the drop table as early as next week, I believe. So basically, definitely by the time the Vault event rolls around, where a lot of people will be getting a lot of copies. Anyways, hello everyone, hope all you've been having a wonderful day. Hello Defiant, hello Roman, hello Bill, hello Mr., hello Daddy Shark, hello Ricardo, hello Gadget, hello Isabel, hello Tyrion, hello Nightmare, hello Cookie, hello Gustavo, hello Imperial, hello Logic Slayer, hello Tyrion, and hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Almost 3,000 gems to max. Oh, did you spend that much for? I wouldn't normally advise that for non-cosmetics. It will be a while before we could realistically get it, though. However, given that Nexus is currently a low star level, one thing that you can do is just keep most of the things not upgraded from the kingdom. And then the second it requires you to upgrade a pet, you can start getting it that way. So, for example, the faction pet that we're getting this Friday, which I'll probably mention in the thing as well. But you probably don't actually want to max it. Even if you're doing pure faction, even after you've already done pure faction and have the copies to make it maxed. You probably don't. And the main reason for this is when you have the objective for a pet, it'll keep giving you pet copies for that kingdom. And you can actually do that in order to get the Moist Owlette upgraded. I don't think we could do that until, like, what, 11 star? I can't remember when you need the first level 20. If anyone happens to know off the top of the head. I'm not sure. But I think it's around, like, 12-ish or so, I want to say. But whenever you need the first level 20, you can get to that point and then deliberately not upgrade your pet so you don't have a level 20. That way it'll keep giving you Moist Owlettes pretty much every other day. So that's one strategy that you can end up doing without needing to spend a bunch of gems on it. You still have to spend some amount of gems, but it'd be less gems overall than buying it directly today. Though doing it today would allow you to get it immediately, all of it. And it is a pretty good pet, it is elemental after all. Though you still get 2.25 out of it even if you just get one single copy, so you're basically just doing it for 0.75 of the bonus. If you have 2 pets and one of them has the ability to be maxed, do the others get the offers to be maxable? Yes, I believe so. Last I recall, that is the case. As long as you specifically don't bring it to Mythic. Because it checks to see if it's maxed. It doesn't check to see if you have enough copies for it to be maxed. Last I recall. But then again, I haven't been seeing the one for, what's his name lately. So let me go double check that. Because it is true, I haven't been seeing that other one. I don't think I maxed it unless I accidentally did at some point. In which case, what a fail. Let's see, if I go to Zhejian. Because we haven't gotten one of them for quite a while now. It could just be bad luck. Well, Well, it says I have enough to upgrade it to legendary, but that's not mythic. So yeah, that shouldn't have stopped it. We've just been getting really unlucky. Because I need a third max Zhejian pet. Maybe the fact that it is ascendable makes it so I can't. It shouldn't be, though. The fact... I'm pretty sure we've just been getting unlucky the last few days. Though I do kind of want to upgrade him. Obviously, we don't want to go all the way max, though, because I'm still trying to find this other goblin. Because that strategy is what we're doing with these two. Because I'm trying to get normal goblins. Because he gives goblin bonus, which is really, really good. This bonus is really good, too. But this one's closer to max than this one. But yeah, I think I've just gotten unlucky the last few days, because we should still be able to find copies of those. I just haven't for like almost a week now. Which is more so just bad luck than the fact that it's not capable, because it should definitely be happening. I don't have another pet there. Like right here, I don't have the objective, so it should still be giving it to me. That's not what I wanted. Because right here it says I don't have it. So it should still keep giving me copies until we do. And as long as you don't ascend it and upgrade it, it should be fine. So even if that Black Beast goes to Mythic, in a sense that there's enough copies, as long as we don't upgrade it to Mythic, as in don't ascend it and don't level it, it should still keep giving us copies of the other goblin that we need. But anyways, we did the Moist Owlette, right? No, I still have 2 more battles. Don't forget that. We need that Moist Owlette. It's such a good pet. Why are there 2 elemental pets? Oh, I was mentioning that at the beginning of the stream. I believe they're going to start doubling up on every single pet in the game that is a troop type pet. And the reason for this is technically every kingdom pet is already doubled up due to kingdom bonuses, counting for twice, one being the standard kingdom bonus and the second one being for the pet related one. Or sorry, one's the standard one and the other one's from the kingdom itself. And I have a feeling they're going to start doubling up on every single troop type one, just to try to balance that out. Because in the current state of the game, it is much more powerful to go for kingdom-related bonuses than it is for troop-type bonuses. However, that won't be the case if they double up on every troop-type bonus. Because theoretically, even though there's only 1 kingdom pet for every single kingdom, there's theoretically 2, in the sense that the kingdom itself is counting as a second one. Whereas for all troop-type pets, there's only 1. Except for Elemental, which now has 2. I assume that's what they're doing. Though knowing them, who knows? Maybe just accidentally forgot they added an Elemental and just added another Elemental. I'm pretty sure they have a logic behind it. I want to assume that is correct. As much as it might just be coincidence. Anyways, let's go upgrade this pet. Because I'll make it go from a 2 times to 2.5. So now if we have an Elemental team, which should be like almost all my teams these days. Let's see, World Event, I guess. So now if we have an Elemental team, we have... Where's the Moist Owlette? I see no Moist Owlette here. Oh, is it glitched? Hold up. Is it showing it over top of this, but not showing the icon? It's not showing a separate one for it or 2 pets there. Hold up, let me see. So, 5, 5, 10. Let's see if that number increases as I upgrade this. I probably should check this beforehand. Let's see, 5, 5, 10. So if I go do this, will it increase any? But yeah, it seems like it's doing both the bonuses over top each other, but it's not doing 2 separate icons. Interesting. Where's my pet I just got? There we go. And then go to troops, team, bonuses. Okay, the bonus didn't increase. I'm trying to think of what the base value for this is. I assume it is 112. Because if it's 112, then Elemental Caterpillar is making it go up. And then the other one, oh, maybe not. I'm not sure what base value is. But yeah, I think it's just not showing a separate icon for it. It's just showing it both over top of that. Okay, so yeah, 6612. Okay, that makes sense then. So they just didn't update how the icon shows here then. Because instead of showing 2 pets here, it just shows whatever one you got first. Interesting. I wonder if anyone has a Moist Owlette showing up here. Because that means they would have had to gotten Moist Owlette before they have received a Elemental Caterpillar. Interesting. Okay, so it's applying the bonus, it's just not showing it that well. Well, regardless, that's still an extra magic from having that. It's an extra magic and 2 HP. And I think like what, one attack? Though the magic and HP probably the most relevant part. Particularly the magic, obviously. But still, a stat increase. Anyways, so we cleared that out. We don't really have too many objectives today aside from that. Moist Owlette's definitely highest priority. We do have a ward event going on though, of course, still, so I guess we'll go for that. Tackle that next. Actually, I could have just done it in the menu. I guess we'll do it here though, since we're already here. But let's go to ward event. I believe the guild's almost done with it as well. We were very close. Yeah, we're already on the final objective. We'll probably have it done by tomorrow. As far as the what you have to do, just keep taking not catapult tower, and you are taking the correct room. As long as it doesn't say catapult tower, you're taking the right room. Unless they're all saying catapult tower, in which case you have to take one. But that's pretty much the whole strategy for this event. Just don't touch the catapult tower unless you're forced to, because every single one of them is. No, the 0.25 didn't make any difference. Because it's a 112 base, I believe, or something similar. So a 0.25 is not enough to increase those numbers. A 0.5 might be. But a 0.25 isn't. I should have probably checked it before I obtained the pet. Just to show the difference. I thought it would maybe do 2 icons for it, but it just puts it over top the same icon, the bonus. Which kind of makes sense. Though in the case of the Kingdom one, it does do it as 2 icons, but that because it technically is 2 different bonuses. Whereas the Elemental one's just the same bonus, just with a different multiplier attached to it. So it's kind of like how like EXP and stuff works in the game, where it's applying it onto a bigger multiplier. Like how 100% EXP during a Guild War week is not double, it's just 100% more to this number here. So that's kind of like what it's doing now. It's not doing a whole separate extra bonus, where you're getting that base value once again with the extra or 2.25 on it. You're simply getting that 2.25 bonus applied to the other bonus. So basically we're getting a, what is that, like a 5.25 bonus on our current amount of magic. Oh yeah, so that makes a lot of sense then, or on all of our stats. So we're currently getting a 5.25. So in a pure elemental team, that means the base values are 112, and we're getting a 5.25 total bonus, which makes that 1 go up to a 5, that 1 magic go to a 5, and then the 2 HP go to a 10, because the 0.25 is not enough to make it go to an 11. Okay, so that's what's happening then. It's kind of like how EXP works during Guild War weeks and similar things. It's just adding it to your total amount of EXP gain, or not EXP gain, to your total amount of stat gain. And that makes sense. Interesting. Yeah, I hope we get more like this. We already started with a really strong one, Elemental. Elemental's pretty much, not even pretty much, it literally is the strongest type in the game right now. Especially after this Kingdom. Because we just got an Elemental Hero class. We got it's the only typing, or troop typing, with 2 pets. It has a really good 50% mana start. And the hero class that synergizes with it is super strong. So Elemental's doing pretty good. Not like they weren't already. But even more so now. What do I even want here? I want you to have mana. Problem is, you don't. Luckily, Enchant will do it for us. I said, hello, Alex. Welcome, welcome. Good evening. I said, hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Haley. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Gem God DS. Let's see. I don't want to risk that 30,000 gem stash. Hey, we need to hoard it for things into the future. I mostly do it in case there's ever like an update where we're going to need like a super high amount of them. Theoretically, if I had like 100,000 gems, which I could have if we weren't always spending so much to do stuff early on the channel, but if we had something like 100,000 gems, we could actually, every single time a new kingdom comes out, we could just simply max it immediately. I personally do not feel like that is worth it at all, but there's some amount of people who probably spent 5,000 gems to immediately have the entire pass completed on day 1. Pretty sure that percent is really small, because it's super not worth it. It's better just to wait like 35 days or whatever it is. Which is even less than 35 days, because you need 25 days. It only takes 25 days to complete. But there are some people that threw down 5,000. You still get some value back, though, because you get to keep repeating the, you get to keep repeating this back end. Well, you have to have bought it, though. But if you bought the Royal Pass, not this thing, but the standard, like, $6 or $7 thingy, if you bought that, and then you gem it down all the way, you actually get to keep repeating these rewards. So in that case, it's kind of worth it. If you're playing free-to-play, it is definitely not worth throwing 5,000 gems at that, though. But if you just did it to get it early while also having had the pass, then it's kind of okay value. Though still probably not worth it to most people, including myself. Who knows? If there's something like absurdly good on it, oh, we're already done with our sigils? Wow, that was quick. We just started. Oh well. That's the problem. The elemental team is almost too good for that event. Like, they gave us way too strong of an option. Blue elemental for a world event. Oh, we have a D today. Well, whoever needed verse 1, you got lucky today. I don't believe we are in that category. However, still nice to see. Some, like 25% of the game got lucky today. That 25% that got unlucky on that one specific color. Or that one specific verse, I mean. I think our lowest is currently 2 by an absurdly high margin. I think it's almost like a 10 gap now of how many 2s we need relative to the other ones. Let me see. Inventory. Are they all the way at the bottom these days? They are. Hey, I was right. It's exactly a 10 gap. I need 10 verse 2s just for it to hit my second lowest. That is extremely unfortunate. I do not need another verse 1. Yeah, verse 3 and especially verse 2 would have been favorable. Particularly verse 2. That's like all we need, really. Because we'll get those over time. But, yeah, we do not need another verse 1. But obviously we're still going to grab it. You never know. Verses in general are still pretty good. The only problem is when you keep getting the ones you don't need. Though it's still worth it. Even when you see it for like 50 gems. 50 gems is so cheap for a verse. Even if you have like plus 30 on that given verse, it's probably still worth getting it for 50 gems. It's because how little that is relative to how good a verse is. Because who knows, maybe your luck will eventually turn around. Because our verse 4 for the longest time was our lowest. And now it's our it's tied at our highest. Like there was a point where verse 4 was our absolute lowest. And now is our tied at highest now. So it can reverse. It definitely can. It took a while for it to do so. But, yeah, we did get lucky in an inverse direction. Where it went from our lowest to our highest now. Well, technically not our highest after we get this next verse 1. Oh, that one gives you another Nomapalooza? Nice. Yeah, 25% of people will benefit from it. Oh, technically more than that, but you know. Statistically, about 25% of people would have that as their lowest. So, hello, Andrew! Welcome! So why did I do that when I already had mana? That was completely pointless. Scorpius or Yali team is back because of Nexus. I know, we've been doing it some. We haven't really been, like, super farming with it. Because we just haven't really been doing Explore 12 in general that much recently. But, yeah, we've done it a couple times on stream. It's about as quick as doing the Zugov team. Though I do believe it is slightly slower overall. But it's a nice change of pace, if nothing else. But it is technically slower than running Zugov team. Not much slower, but it is slower. But still a really solid team nonetheless. And also technically cheaper than a Zugov team, kind of. The only problem is it requires 2 mythics that a lot of people don't have. Because our Yali and Scorpius are generally not considered too good. Unless Scorpius ever remetas himself like now. In which case he's slightly more valuable. But Zugov's just so much easier to obtain than in the past that it's not really too big a deal now. Like back in the day it used to matter a lot more. But now that there's a 1% chance to get a power in those other orbs and so many more ways to get orbs compared to then. It's become increasingly easier to get Zugov. Still hard. Still one of the hardest troops in the game to get. But less hard than before. Alright, let's go clear out dungeons. Now we need to go farm all these crowns that we need. So that we can hopefully get to that legend already. We're almost there though. We don't have that much longer that we really have to do it for. However, if you're on the free side, you can actually stop once you have all the rewards. However, if you're on the paid side, you actually have to keep going the entire time. Well, you don't have to, but there are rewards that keep going. That's a repeatable thing we were just talking about earlier. You do end up getting like a few little medals, some gem keys, like an orb, stuff like that. And that does keep repeating infinitely. Only if you have the paid pass though. And that's the reason why you would want to keep going. But anyone who's playing free-to-play, you can actually just stop after you have all 50 tiers. Because I don't believe you get anything afterwards. Which is almost a good thing, because that's 10 days you won't have to do the farming of them, technically. Because there'd be no benefit to doing so in that situation. Yeah, how many days do we have then? So we're currently at 35. It doesn't look like we are, but we are at 35. Oh, also, free-to-play gets Stoneborn Lion today. Ooh. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, free-to-play gets Stoneborn Lion. You would have to use a major blue to get it maxed, though, if you don't want to wait, like, months upon months, because it is not in drop table yet. You can get a copy from this, but it won't be in drop table for quite some time still. Nor will it be in drop table in 2 weeks. You have to wait, like, at least a couple months, if not longer. But yeah, you will get a copy. I don't think it's worth using a major blue on, though you theoretically could if you really wanted to. Otherwise, it'll be stuck at level, what, 17? At Ultra Rare. And I believe free-to-play gets the other one on 45, yeah? So free-to-play will be getting the other one in 5 days from now then. Which is, what's today again, Wednesday? I'm losing track of days, I'm losing track of time. Yeah, today's Wednesday. So that would mean Sunday, Monday. Sunday, Monday? No, it'd be Sunday. No, Monday. Monday. Okay, it's Monday. Monday, free-to-play would get the other one. So today, free-to-play gets Stoneborn Lion, and on Monday, which is probably when I should probably mention it too, free-to-play would get Waterborn Priestess. They won't be in drop table, however, free-to-play would be able to access one copy of it, specifically. However, you won't be able to get the legend. That's just paid locked. But anyways. How many more days? I came here to see how many more days of this we had, and then got distracted. So we have to do this for 10... No, not even 10 more days. We're almost done with it, actually. Technically. 8 more days? Yeah, we'd have to do this for 8 more days. Technically 7 if I go and use 100 gems. But yeah, like 7 or 8 more days we have to do this for then. And then we have all rewards, assuming all up to this point have been done. Anyways, so let's go farm this crowns. Let's go do it in Cinema Rush. Bring out a nice little Dust Devil. And be good to go. If I could find where on earth my Dust Devil team is. There it is. Sunday, Monday, happy days. No, it is Monday. Oh, we found one already. That was quick. We literally just started. Hello, Dr. Shrimp. I've been doing pretty good. Am I more of a dog person or a cat person? Definitely a cat person. 100% a tech cat person. I hate dogs so much. Which is funny because almost everyone I know owns dogs these days and not cats. But I'm so much more a cat person. Though if I ever get a pet again, it's probably going to be a bird. Either a chicken or something that's really low maintenance. Though definitely multiple. Gotta get lists too, so they don't get lonely. Especially with chickens. Let's see. Throw that down. Why a bird? Because they're adorable. In the case of chickens, they give you eggs. Lots of eggs. Too many eggs. Actually, one already produces more than one person would realistically eat. But I used to own both cage birds and chickens, and a rooster. Cage birds would be the easiest, though. And then just take them out occasionally. Just gotta train them well, otherwise it's gonna be annoying to get them back in the cage. Like, absurdly annoying. You have 4 chickens? Nice. Yeah, 3's the most I ever had. 3 and a rooster. Oh yeah, our Animal Crossing New Horizons island is literally all birds. Which is kind of funny. One of your chickens sleeps in your room. Aren't they not supposed to be inside? Like, they're definitely outside animals. Well, I'm not sure the whole science about it. But they're definitely an animal that likes to be outside. They're not really one you can keep indoors much. Because they get really claustrophobic. Let's see if we throw that down. What's my next level 16 kingdom? Whatever one we need for upgrades. Therapy chickens are a thing, really? I never realized that. That's interesting. Yeah, for a short duration of time, it's fine. But to, like, literally have them live inside forever, that would definitely not work. Or even, like, how you would do with a dog probably wouldn't work, where you, like, have it mostly inside, but then occasionally take it out. Like, a chicken has to be mostly outside and then occasionally inside if you do it, have it inside. Yeah, roosters are a lot more aggressive than chickens. They're pretty territorial for such a small bird. Or relatively small. You have a pet rock. Actually, I still have a rock from when I was little. From, I think it was the 2nd grade, 3rd grade. Where we basically painted a bunch of rocks. And we were supposed to, like, paint them as, like, various, like, animal designs. And we ended up painting it like a cat. And that was fun. I think it was a tabby cat? I can't remember the type of cat. It was some kind of, like, orangish cat. That's not a tabby then, is it? Wait, aren't tabby cats yellow? I mean, yeah. I think it was a tabby cat. I'm not sure, actually. But I still have that rock. It's not here, though. It's at my house in New Jersey. Also, once I go there later this month, I'm probably going to have all my Nintendo stuff shipped down. So get ready early next year for retro gaming with Tacit. Because once I get the setup all hooked up, assuming my N64 GameCube, which my GameCube should definitely work, hopefully, because it's almost like a brand new GameCube. And if it doesn't, I could probably have it run on the Wii, which wouldn't be too big a deal. But we have N64, GameCube, and a Wii. The Wii's not as special. The other two are kind of ancient these days. Because, like, literally everyone owned a Wii at some point, pretty much. Like, they sold so many of those things. Yeah, we're going to try playing on original hardware, assuming original hardware works. Let's see if we throw that down. But yeah, we might have like a retro Wednesday or something, I'm not sure. Like a weekly scheduled retro game every single day. Because gosh, between just, not even counting Wii, just between N64 and GameCube, I'm pretty sure we're talking like 200 games. Definitely at least 100. It might be closer to 200 though. Yeah, I actually have 2 GameCubes. One, it's a funny story because, of course, I was a kid back then. So, you know, I wasn't following, like, all the new consoles and everything. And nor were my parents because, you know, they had know nothing about technology. So what actually ended up happening is very, very soon before the Wii came out, I actually got a brand new GameCube because the reset button on my, or eject button on the GameCube was actually broken. Like, it was for, like, over a year. And then they finally got, like, a new GameCube. But the problem that happened was, like, literally, like, a month or 2 later, the Wii ended up releasing. So we ended up just getting that, and obviously the Wii could play the GameCube game, so wasn't as much of a need for it. So I have a GameCube that basically has no usage that should hopefully still work. It probably has, like, less than 5 to 10 hours of usage on it, if even that. It's nearly a brand new GameCube with brand new controller and everything. The only problem is it has been stored for quite some time, so I'm not sure if it'll still work, but it should be in pretty good quality, in theory. Where would I be in life if video games never existed? I would definitely be an author by now to some degree, though maybe not, because writing is starting to die like so much these days. I'm not sure, because a lot of my life has been based around gaming. A lot of the friends I've made and everything. Including all of you guys. But even like friends that I have today, like almost all of them have been met through gaming. Like honestly, I don't think I've ever had a single friend that wasn't specifically as a result of gaming. Now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure like 95 to 100% of every friend I've ever had, in some way, shape, or form, was correlated to gaming. Even real life friends. Or you know what I mean. Like people who I've met in like middle school, high school, elementary, was still based around gaming. No music pals? Yeah, but we still did gaming though. Because almost everyone in the music also likes gaming. At least the ones I had. But even people who I knew from music, like everyone who I was friends with, I did gaming with them. I guess that wasn't necessarily the main primary way I still met them. Eternal Darkness, I've never played it, and it probably costs like $200 to own the physical. We can't play anything we don't own. Because trying to get a physical copy of almost any GameCube game is probably going to be an absurd number I don't even want to see. I know one of the best Fire Emblem games of all time on GameCube is like $300 or something. Something absurd. Jonathan Colton, I have no clue who that is. If that's a celebrity, I have no clue who any celebrity is for the most part. I don't even think I could name 3 celebrities off the top of my head. I know, like, literally no one. Like, I'm the worst person to ever have in a trivia game. Because I know nothing. If it's not related to gaming, in that regard, I would not know. It has to be related to, like, animals or gaming. If it is any other topic, I will know nothing in a trivia sense. If it's geography, history... Oh, actually, math I'd be decent at, though. But geography, history, celebrities, anything related to any IP, for the most part. Can you name 3 bald people in 5 seconds? Jeff Bezos. The developer of Gems of War. Why did I can't remember his name? Steve Falcon. And I can't remember the third one. I have no clue who the third one is. I named 2. Let's see. Yeah, the creator of Gems of War is bald. He likes wearing fancy hats. I wonder if I would do that when I get bald. My dad ended up getting bald in his 30s. I'm 28 right now. Though, if I do go bald, I hope I don't, like, go partially bald. I'd rather either want to go all in or none at all. Because partial bald is kind of weird. Like, if I get partial bald, I'm just literally going to keep shaving my head down to nothing. I just start wearing wigs. That'd be a fun excuse to wear a lot of fun wigs and hats. Because partial bald looks kind of weird. Full bald is kind of fine. I'm pretty sure we'll have a midlife crisis somewhere in our 30s. At some point. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, next week is the final week for the thing. Next Wednesday is the day that you will have, or sorry, next Thursday is the day that you would have the entire pass done. Wednesday if you use 100 gems to do so. But yeah, it does end next week. Free to play doesn't have to do it after Thursday if you spent nothing on it. I was mentioning that some earlier. But Thursday's the last day free to play would have to get crowns. Paying players still would if you got the pass because there's still rewards beyond that point. Well, once free players, if you didn't buy the extended pass, if you got literally every crown, Thursday would be the last of the crowns you would need because there's no rewards beyond that weapon on the free side. Which means theoretically there'd be 10 days where you wouldn't need a farm. You're 27, nice. I was 27 until you just had a birthday last month. Oh, you thought he meant tomorrow? No. Yeah, it should be next Thursday. I might spend 100 gems so we can cover the thing on Wednesday, though. It's not really that big a deal. We could probably just wait till Thursday at that point, save 100 gems. Oh, so why am I taking mana? We already have the win condition. Also, I haven't been paying attention because I've been looking at chat and talking. How many crowns have we gotten? All of them. Okay. How long have I been needlessly farming? We got them all. Okay, I don't think Stoneborn Lion is maxed yet. Let me go double check. I believe there's just one more ascension on him. Oh, no, he is maxed. Hold up. Hey! Okay, that's interesting. Not only is this the day that free-to-play gets Stoneborn Lion, but paying players get it maxed today. Though theoretically, you can also get it maxed as a free player too. Just use a major blue on it. The problem with that, though, is you gotta use a major blue, which is obviously extremely expensive. From a resource perspective. From a money perspective, it's free, but you know. But there we go. We don't get a star out of that, though, right? No. Is it even possible to get another star right now? Aren't we bottlenecked on something that isn't troops? No, we are bottlenecked on troops. But the 2 troops we're missing are money locked. Like, super money locked. Because you can only own these 2 if we spend, like, a... We'll get them by Thursday. But the only way to have them now is to spend a lot of gems or spend some money. But we'll just wait till next Thursday and we'll have them both. So we're going to be getting 5 this Friday. Not tomorrow, but Friday. We'll be covering the Mythic in the morning and then the faction around noon. And do a stream then, and should be a lot of fun. Basically, the other half of Nexus is coming out that day. Between the 2 troops we got on Monday and everything we're getting this Friday. It's basically like half the kingdom at once. Especially if you're playing free-to-play, you're literally getting more than half. Like, it is more than doubling the amount that I had before. Alright, there we go. Anyways, we got a little bit of time to kill. I guess we'll go do a little bit of Nexus Scorpius. Let's go do some Nexus Scorpius. I've been using Scorpius too much since it can be. It's a nice change of pace compared to using Zugoff. Also, nothing in the near future is going to be getting immune to poison from this kingdom, which is kind of interesting. Because that means this team should work for quite some time. Problem. I don't have it saved though, do I? I don't believe I have it saved. Alright, new plan. Get rid of that. Okay, so, I need a Scorpius. Probably should have typed a P in there. We need a Scorp. We need a, Uriali. How on earth do you spell Uriali? Oh wait, that's not a thing? Did I spell poison wrong? How on earth do you spell Uriali? Yeah, I got it. Alright, Uriali. Leprechaun. Or Thoral. Actually, is Thoral better? Thoral might be better, actually. Actually, you could just run both. What am I doing? You just run both. Because we don't need a specific hero class. Actually, what if we did double Scorpius? Do I even own a second Scorpius? Hold up. What about double Scorp? Really? Why must I type in the whole Scorp to get it? There we go. I do have 2. Ooh. Hold up. I don't think I've ever tried doing double Scorp. Is it quicker? Has anyone tested this? That's not what I wanted. Wait, why is that color wrong? Oh no, purple yellow's correct. Never mind. What am I saying? I don't want to minus brown though. Yeah, minus red's fine. Okay, there we go. Let's go see what this could do. I'm not sure this is worth it though. But if we just double cast Thrall, so we'd find a purple, ignore the yellow, take a Thrall, cast Thrall again, and then we won. Interesting. Let's go mess with double Scorpius. For all the people who wanted us to do this double Zugoff, here you go. This is kind of double Zugoff, except Scorpius. Same difference. Wait, how on earth did we not land an extra turn? That's the only problem with doing this. You gotta actually get an extra turn before we can kill. And sometimes it takes absolutely forever to get an extra turn. It's the main reason why Zugoff is still quicker than Scorpius. It just takes you forever to find that extra turn sometimes. And while that won't happen every battle, it will happen enough to make it quite a bit slower overall. Yeah, pretty much just take purple, cast twice, ideally get extra turn at some point there, and then we win. That's pretty much the premise here. The only problem with using a double Scorpius build is almost no one owns double Scorpius. It's already bad enough having like one. Barely anyone has two. That is not a horrible mythic. It's just very rare. He's one of those mythics that often goes off and on the meta. He's either really good or useless. There's basically no in between. And right now he's really good because of Nexus. Although I'm pretty sure Zugoff's still quicker. That's a different playstyle instead of just having to use Zugoff all the time. Oh, I did not get extra turn? Really? Wow. That's pretty unlucky. There we go. Now we definitely got extra turn. Got too many extra turns. How much further past next Thursday does the next event go? I'm not sure what you mean by next event. You mean the current season pass? It goes another 10 days past Thursday. You have until the, I want to say the 16th? RimWorld has the exact date. I think you have till the 16th if you're talking about finishing the season pass. You can also throw some gems if you're at the end and need to cover the gap. But, let me see. It goes until December 19th. Oh, I was right. It's an upside down 6. But yeah, till the 19th. The 19th is the final day of the Nexus campaign pass, if that's what you're referring to. So you have to get it in by then. And if you don't have that many by then, you have to spend gems. Or money, though most likely gems. If you're still trying to get the entire pass down. But yeah, 19th is the last day to do the campaign thingy. But of course you can only get 10 per day. Or, you know, 2 tiers, 10 crowns. It says early, the earliest you can get it done is Thursday. Assuming you don't buy any extras. And you have to get it done by the 19th. Is the final date for it. Please give me an extra turn already. Anywheres. I'll take any extra turn, doesn't matter where. There's literally anything. Thank you, there we go. Yeah, double lust is kind of annoying. If you just use Obsidius though, it kind of hard counters it. Like one single stun and you never die against it. Like a Beatrix Obsidius team, or just anything with Obsidius, or even Truffle Obsidius, or anything Obsidius. Literally just plopping an Obsidius in a team. These one single extra turn, they no longer do their on-death effect. Were they already poisoned in that one battle? Whoops. Could have sworn they weren't. I do not have a purple here. Now I do. A little late. There's two big issues that can happen. We don't get an extra turn to poison, and we don't find purple on starting board. That's the two main things that makes it slower than Zugov. Because those two things will happen often enough that we slow down by a lot. Like right now. There we go, we got one off the sky. I was trying for it twice. Second time's a charm. Yeah, that should be matched then. Oh no, it wasn't from India. It was from, I still haven't put it on this computer. I still never gave him feedback on it yet either. I need to. I haven't been giving anyone on Fiverr any of the feedbacks. Actually, once I get one more thing from some other artists, I'm probably going to stop for a little while. Because the rate at which I'm spending money is decently high. Well, not too much. I think I've spent like 300 on various things. Or at least 300 after the next thing I'll be getting. So far, it hasn't been too bad. Like, the art thing was like, what, 25? The music's been anywhere from like 30 to 80-ish. And... is there anything else? Oh yeah, and then I'm getting the other logo thingy. I was going to do it myself, and then I was looking at what I did in Photoshop and Illustrator. And I was like, yeah, someone else can definitely do this better. Let's see, let's get it over. Could I please get some purple? Any amount of purple. So I would like to win this battle. He's gonna die before I get purple. There we go. Wow, that took way too long. We almost had double Scorpius at full mana before we found a single purple. Which is kind of weird because one of his colors is purple. Which means off of just two colors, we almost filled two entire Zugofs. I mean, not Zugofs. Two entire Scorpiuses before we could get a single purple. Which is kind of unfortunate. But when it goes quick, it goes quick. Problem is the consistency is very low. Like very, very low. What team do I plan to use for the Umbra Nexus faction? I have no clue. What color is it? Isn't it like blue-purple or something? I mean, yellow-purple, I mean. Why did I say blue-purple? I knew it was yellow-purple. I'm not sure why I said blue-purple. But, so that's, we have Finesse, we have Thrall, we have Leprechaun. What's a good yellow damager? Because I kind of want to put a Thrall in there. Oh wait, can we go Scorpius for a higher level range? Yeah, we can run not Scorpius, I mean Iron Gut Zugov. Because we can have Hero, Thrall, Iron Gut Zugov. So that's what we'd run for the later end, most likely. Because all that's allowed. So that's going to be our later end team, most likely. Something similar to that. An Iron Gut Zugov build. As far as the earlier end, I might just do Finesses. Like Finesse, triple Finesse into a weapon. Trying to think what else might be quicker. We have access to both Thrall and Leprechaun, so there has to be some damage source that can kind of do it. Oh, I could use a guard's avatar team for the early end, duh. We have access to yellow. So yeah, it's probably just gonna be a guard's avatar team for the earlier end, and then a Zugov, what's it called? An Iron Gut Zugov team for the later end, with a Thrall for mana accumulation. It's probably gonna be our game plan for Friday. Most likely. Oh, Pure Faction? I have no clue. Not the slightest clue what the Pure Faction plan is. Oh, I forgot. I never handed out a code yet. Let me go do that. I should probably hand out code. Let's see. Copy, cut that. Click save. Put that over there. Put this over in the code section. Loading. There it goes. Put that in there, put that in there. Click paste. Click refresh. Get the whole link. Put it into the chat for you guys. Figure out where chat is. There it is. And there you go. There's redeem code. You put it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says in the bottom left corner right over there is where you put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste random numbers and letters starting with G2. And give same order as always, 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. Especially now that YouTube hides all the dislikes. So now we need even more I almost said more dislikes than ever. More likes than ever. Yeah, smash that dislike button now. Let's see. Let's get Scorpius in there. That actually would be funny. I don't think any like mega-sized YouTuber has tried doing that since the change, because there'd be no way to track it unless they like screenshot it after the fact or, you know, like screen recorded it. There'd be no public proof on the info on that, so they could just like fake any number. Let's throw that down. Because I'm pretty sure PewDiePie and Mr. Beast both went to 1 million dislikes because they went on a video where they got everyone to dislike the video. Let's see. We'll take that over. Please let me cast. Thank you. And no problem for the code, everyone. Yeah, the troops for the next faction don't really do that much. It's basically just a tank into triple damage, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Well, the problem is the tank doesn't gain any damage. It's just durability. So it's like a really slow pure faction. It's not the worst one out there, but it's going to be a slow win. But it's not going to be a luck-based win. Those factions are super annoying. We have to go through like a billion hoops of RNG just to get to win. Also, nothing too good for metals today. Though we haven't been farming for too long. It's still really average loot. Though we have been having some weeks where we had like 3 nishas and like 2 hours of farming. So I've been getting somewhat lucky lately. Too bad there's not a way to put her Yali in front of Thrall. The problem with that is she'd be blocking yellow off of Scorpius. Because the big issue with how we have it here is if we fail really hard due to bad luck, Thrall will die before we cast. This hasn't happened yet, but it will eventually happen. And that's really bad if that does happen. Because we basically just lose. Well, we don't necessarily lose at that point, but it's going to go so glacially slow. Because he's our whole mana accumulation method. Oh, you're doing it while doing the battle crashers? Oh yeah, I could have done that earlier too. I haven't actually tried doing that yet. Hey, we got lucky. Let's hope he doesn't escape. But I haven't actually been doing that yet. I haven't tried doing battle crashers off of, Oh wait, I didn't get enough mana? That's not good. But I haven't been trying to do battle crashers off of, Explore 12 yet. Mostly good because it would take a lot more time. But if you're doing two things at once, it would kind of work out. Oh, sorry, Tyron. What was your above question? Do we know what Umbra stars do? I don't know. I think they might have data mined it, but I didn't check the data mine. I currently have not the slightest clue. And the only people who know are probably data miners. They might have shared it somewhere on the forum. I haven't bothered checking. I'm just going to wait till it comes out to figure out what it does. I assume it's basically the inverse of what we already have, where it counts as a yellow-purple star. So, or a plus, I mean. So instead of destroying... This isn't necessarily what it does, but assumably, based on what the other thing in the kingdom does, I assume it's a plus shape blue... Or sorry, it's a plus shape yellow-purple. Because that's the inverse of what the other thing does. The other thing is a star-shaped, or, you know, an X-shaped red, brown, green, blue. So it makes sense that the other one would be a plus-shaped yellow-purple, given that the two kingdoms' colors are yellow and purple for the faction. That's assumably what it does, though I have no clue. It would make a lot of sense if that's what it does. Basically, like the exact inverse of a elemental star. Cannot confirm that's what it does. I sure hope that's what it does, though, because it would make a lot of sense. Which is exactly why that's exactly what it's not going to do. Oh no, he summoned! I don't have a counter to that. Wait, what? You're not supposed to summon. Hold up, that's illegal. You're not supposed to summon. Yet another reason why Zukov is quicker. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Yeah, someone got in the way of our kill. I don't know. A lot of people say Amethrax is kind of easy. It's actually not the easiest. Unless you got really, really good RNG, it can be a little difficult. Especially after Truffle nerf. Like, before Truffle nerf, it obviously was quite a bit easier. But I feel like a lot of people that say Amethrax is super easy probably did it before the nerf. Like, it's towards the easier side, but it's definitely not one of the easiest few after Truffle nerf. Because that made it substantially harder. Because across your entire team, that's basically an 8 higher mana cost. Because he got his... Actually, no, 12 higher mana cost. Wait, was he... I can't remember what his mana cost was before. But it was either increased by 2 or 3. And if it was 3, that's a 12 total mana cost increase to your team. And even at the lowest, if it was 2, it's still an 8 total mana cost to your team. How did they nerf Truffle? They increased his mana cost by like 2 or 3. I actually can't remember now. But it was 1 or the other, 2 or 3. It wasn't much of a nerf. It happened about a year ago from now. Because they did it last December. Like midway through to December. Also, I'm curious to see if we get a balance patch this month. They did last year, around this time. And given that they haven't done any rebalance this entire year, it's safe to assume potentially they'll do it again this month. Because they still confirmed, like, 100% still have another patch this year. It's probably going to be a relatively small patch, but there's still another patch happening this year. And included with that patch might be a rebalance, or at least very soon after. Because I don't think they necessarily, for every balance update, they don't necessarily need to have a client-side update if they're just changing around a bunch of numbers. They could theoretically do that whenever. Also, can I get a purple, please? How hard is it to get a purple? Oh, why did I not take the skull first? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Please give me purple before we die. Thank you. A little late, I already got my double Scorpius. We got double Scorpius. How do we keep doing this? We just got double Scorpius to full mana off of yellow and brown before we got a single purple. How does that even happen? That means we got 56 yellow-brown mana before we got 5 purple mana. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, they did it on December 20th last year. The update's going to be before then, though. But the balance update might be a little bit after the actual update itself. It might not be included with the update itself. But anyways, anyone else have any other questions? Anything else you want me to go over? Otherwise, after this next chest, I think we will call it a wrap. In a few more battles then. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow night. Don't have too much going on tomorrow. Mostly just a class event. A little bit of farming. Friday is when everything's happening. We'll be going over the Mythic in the morning because we're getting a new Nexus Mythic. And by a new Nexus Mythic, I mean the only Nexus Mythic. So, pretty high priority to get. The troop itself is kind of average. But it's currently the only Nexus Mythic in existence, so you probably want to get it. Because everyone currently has 0 and you need it to get 10 star. And I believe it is possible. No, I think you can reach 9 star as of this Friday. But next week, or 2 weeks from now, you'll be able to get it to above 10 star. So it's still pretty relevant to get the Mythic. However, the Mythic should be in event key drop table not this week, but 2 weeks from now. So if you happen to not get the Mythic, you could probably get it then. Potentially. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't be an event key drop table in 2 weeks. Not this week, but in 2 weeks from now. We have no clue what will happen with the drop table on this Friday. It's going to be Arachnid Weaver all over again. Because if the new Mythic is not an event key drop table on Friday, which I'm pretty sure it won't be, but if it's not, like, they're going to have a Weaver 2.0 issue. Like the whole issue they had with Weaver, they're gonna have all over again. Also, gosh, this battle's going glacially slow. The struggle. There we go. Please don't kill us. He has enough to kill us. He didn't kill us. He decided to spear us. Actually, he spawned a gem over top of the thing that would have killed us, so that's good. A random green spawned over top of it. Yeah, we're going to be using that this Friday. The Thrall Iron Gut Zugov team. And that's where we're talking about that for Explorer 12. I normally just run standard Zugov for Explorer 12, though. The only reason we're running this is because it's actually doable. Compared to before where Scorpius was off meta for a while. And then it came back. Honestly, out of any Mythic in the entire game, I think Scorpius has had the most amount of instances where he has gone from being completely useless to a pretty decent troop. I don't think any Mythic or any troop in general has gone through so many shifts where it has gone to pretty much never played to actually being kind of viable, though not the best of viableness. Like, he's never been, like, the absolute most perfect thing to run for anything. But there's been times when he's been a pretty decent option. And him in Nexus right now is a pretty decent option. Oh, and there's our redeem code from earlier. But anyways, guys, we're going to call it here. Weaver Gate 2.0. Yeah, I know. Get ready for this Friday. If you want some drama, go check the Gems of War forum on Friday and Saturday. Because there's a good chance it's not going to be an event key drop table. And if it isn't, like, the forum's just going to explode. Because you know there's going to be some amount of people that are like, oh, there's a Mythic right now. Let me try for it in event keys because it's Nexus. And then it's like, oh, nope, there's no Mythic in here. But they might not realize that. Because it's almost guaranteed not going to be any Mythic in drop table Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. As far as event keys. Like, don't try for it because I'm pretty sure it's not. Unless we get confirmation that it is. In which case, that's quite a surprise. But it's basically going to be Weaver Gate all over again. What Horde level do you recommend for Pure Faction at Amethrax? Well, I did it with Potions, so I have no clue. I think I did it with Potions and at, like, 200 as well. So I have a lot of them at 200. So it's hard to really gauge. Yeah, I did at 200 personally. And that was with Potions, too. But I probably could have done at 200 without Potions back then. But, I don't know, like mid 150, 160 tends to be a pretty good point if you could try to do for any faction. If that doesn't work, maybe 200 or so. I have quite a few already at 200 though, just because we had so many resources at the time. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll be back same time as always, 1 hour prior today to 1 hour prior today tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. We'll mostly be just messing with the hero class event and just kind of grinding a bit. One more of those off days, but Friday we're going to be going and doing a billion things. We're going to be having the new pure faction, or sorry, the new faction. We're going to be having the bunch of stuff coming in, 4 new troops, a weapon, all that stuff, you know, everything a faction normally brings in, and a mythic for the faction as well. Not for the faction, for the kingdom, I mean. All for Nexus, of course. And also, if I'm not mistaken, Century Age of Ashes is releasing tomorrow. It's a game with a bunch of flying dragons. We're probably going to be playing that again tomorrow. By again, we played the beta back in February, I want to say. Like, what, 9 months ago? And we're going to do it again. I'm probably only going to do that one day. I don't think I'm going to commit to that game. Mostly because I feel like I've, like, between Gems of War and Puzzle Quest 3, and I haven't counted, like, a few others here and there, like, the amount of daily systems is just way too much. To such a degree that something like Age of Ashes, I'm just not going to get into, I'm pretty sure. I might keep an eye on it here and there, though I highly doubt we're really going to be streaming it much. Though I do want to stream it on launch day, if nothing else, just to kind of see what state it's currently in. And who knows, maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe it's in such a good state that I'll be like, oh wow, this actually seems like I might want to go play it. But I don't think that's going to be the case. It's going to be like really popular for like the next few months, and then we'll probably like die off. I'm not sure why, but like every dragon flying game like that has ever existed has died within like a year or two. And I don't feel like this one will be any different. Even though I hope it will be, though. We'll see. But anyways, we'll at least do it for tomorrow if nothing else and keep an eye on it. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys soon. And that stream will probably be around noonish or whenever they actually launch, because I have no clue what time they're launching. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Bye, everyone.